Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now we will take a look at the solution for the question on page 204 from this exercise book. So you're asked to display the country name based on the given code, okay, given the menu there, okay, and you accept the code entered by the user and display accordingly, okay. So first thing first, you need to do some analysis, okay. So we have here user's key analysis 1, okay. So when the user entered the value, for example MAS, so MAS belongs to Malaysia, it represents Malaysia, so you will expect to see Malaysia be printed or be displayed, okay, on the screen, okay. Next one, if the user entered SIN, okay, so SIN stands for Singapore, so you may expect to see Singapore be displayed. So screen analysis number 3 is where you can see the input, okay, that matches IND, okay, that represents Indonesia. Next, screen analysis 4 is where the user enters invalid code. If that is so, then the program will display invalid code entered, okay. Next, let us take a look at one case, okay. In this case, we have here MAS. It does not matter, okay, as long as here you know that this one represents a location, okay. This is a location. So a location is where the user enters a value and then you assign the location with that value, okay. So you have to name this location, okay. Name this location, say that this is code, okay. And from here to here, this is the basically output, okay. You need to display the output statement. This is the output, this is the input that you are expecting from the user to enter, and this is the display statement output, okay. So in this case, from here to here you have the display, okay, display statement. So you need to display enter a code from the above menu, okay. Now disregard this because I simply copy and paste from the previous program, okay. It should be written as this one, okay, this example, okay. So from here to here you have output statement. Next is your input. So you have input. So input the value into the location code. So once you have decided on the variable or the location, then you can provide the details, okay, under the data specification, okay. So you have the variable code. What will be the sample value that you're going to store into this code, okay. So the sample value would be like MAS or SIN or IND, okay. So you see when you have characters, okay, characters, then you may want to use appropriate data type, that is a type string or char array. So in this case, let us use string. Let's use string as data type, okay. So next one, in between here to here, you have to do some processing, okay. You have to do a selection based on the given based on the code entered by the user, okay. So selection based on code using the if statement. So if the code which contains the value, okay, compare if the code is equal to MAS, then you want to display Malaysia, okay. Otherwise, if the code is equal to SIN, then you want to display Singapore. Else, if the code is equal to IND, then you want to display Indonesia. Otherwise, if none none of the codes matches, then you want to display invalid code entered. Okay. So again, this should be MAS SINOIND. Okay. So here, this one statement here, this part here, okay, you can have it. Okay, here, okay, it represent the two statement. Okay, represent the two statement here. Okay, this one here is derived from the fragment here. Okay, because it is based on the MAS. So if it matches MAS, then of course display Malaysia. Malaysia is displayed, right? So next one, the program. Okay, decoding. So here, from here to here, you have the declaration. Okay, declaration. See, you have string code. Kan? So whatever declaration is string code, and of course, for what we call to ease your eyes, okay, for easy viewing, okay, we would like to display the menu first, okay, so that the user may know on what codes are expected to be entered, kan. So you need to have the variable declaration first, okay, and then this part here you have the input, okay, input, then the process, you have the process here, okay, selection process in particular, okay. So you need to translate the pseudocode here into the corresponding C++ statement. So C, if code is equal to MAS, then when you translate it directly to C++ code, it becomes if code is, you see the equality there, equals to MAS, then display. Display, when you translate it to C++ statement, it becomes C out, right? And the same goes to Singapore, Indonesia now. Else, otherwise, if none of the codes matches, then you want to display invalid code entered. Okay, else. Okay. Okay, next one is the what we call complete program. Okay, complete program. You have the menu, you have the variable declaration section, you have the input, then you have the process. I combine the process and output. Okay, so once you run your program, once you have executed your program, you may expect to see the executable file. Okay, the output. So given the menu there, then you need to enter a code from the above menu. Say that I type MAS, so of course it will display Malaysia. If I type ENG, ENG is not in the menu, so it does not match the code. Okay, so the system will give you the error message, invalid code entered. Okay, so that's all. Thanks for watching.